City tonight. Xia is bringing her show to her adoring fans. We've given you the best seat in the house, and we have something truly special here. Still 24 years young, Xia with 13 WTT titles to her name in singles, comes here, the scene of a triumph 2 years ago at 22, but she knows she is taking on somebody who has taken this event by storm. KUAI Man celebrated her birthday earlier this week. She is on course for a triple crown as well. What a setup in a best-of-7 final that could well go all the way. That's what we're looking ahead to here in a wonderful matchup fitting of a finale. Fraser Riley's with me. Quick look at the tail of the table here. How excited are you about this, Fraser?
Great to be with you, John. Hello to all of you around the world. I am buzzing for finals day here at the Singapore Smash. And what a matchup we have. Could the third time be the champ for KUAI Man against YINGSHA? Could she win a triple crown and her first women's singles Smash title?
Ingrid Bogren's in the chair. Nico Zorn is working with her on this women's singles final.
Red or black? Red, black for Son. Black, winner of the toss, Sun. Receive. You have serve this side.
So we looked at that head-to-head in WTT encounters, and it's a 2-love position at the moment. First time, of course, was a 3-love victory. That coming here at the Singapore Smash back in 2022. And then it was a somewhat closer affair when last they met the China Smash more recently in Beijing.
Yeah, KUAI Man getting better and better though, as we saw. And what's fascinating in this encounter that we've got to come here is that it will be the first time that they will face in a best-of-7. So YINGSHA, the champion there of the China Smash. Will she win the Singapore Smash for the second time?
Both of those defeats for KUAI Man coming at the hands of YINGSHA in the round of 32, but it's a measure of how far the youngster has gone. But you can't rule out YINGSHA. Of course you can't. She's been sublime, even extending into a semi-final where she was pushed by Wang Yidi. She finds a way, doesn't she?
She certainly does. When the going gets tough, she gets going. It was such a tough test there against Wang Yidi, who saved match points to force a juice in the decider scenario. Before that, as you can see, she hadn't even dropped a game.
And when you look at this narrative, it's probably too early to talk about a changing of the guard, but what we might be looking at is maybe a crack in the windshield here. Should KUAI Man inflict a defeat on YINGSHA? Should she do what Xia did, but do it a year earlier in terms of winning a single Smash title? Well, that would only just cement the belief that she is about to disrupt, that she could do something really special at the top of the women's game. What's going to happen if she was to win this for you?
Well, I wouldn't be hugely surprised as we see her run through here. You know, it's so difficult to dominate as a player in table tennis for such a long period of time. That's why when you see the likes of Chanmeng and Ma Long, what they've done winning 2 Olympic singles titles, it's just mind-blowing and something that we've never seen before. And now I feel as though Wang Chuqin and YINGSHA are overdue a bit of serious competition.
On the screen at the same time, what they will hold and what they would win as well in terms of the material benefits of success, triumph here in this singles final. That's the head-to-head. Just going back to what we showed you just now in terms of KUAI Man's progress here. Knocks out defending champion, gets past former world #1, gets past Chen Xingtong. That's why she gets as much as 44% of the fan vote for those who've been to WorldTableTennis.com.
Yeah, thank you everybody for getting involved. Please do as well for our men's singles final later on. What an evening it's going to be. Let's get ready to rumble.
First game, white to serve, love all.
First cheer, first point, and that came shortly after the first resounding jiayo from the fans here in the Infinity Arena for YINGSHA. that's a
love.
factor in this, isn't it, Fraser? As fabulous as she's been, this 21-year-old KUAI Man.
Absolutely.
This is a final. She's in front of this arena, this occasion. She has to play that, doesn't she, as much as the world #1.
Absolutely, John. This is, for sure, the biggest match of KUAI Man's career so far. How much is the experience going to be a factor here? The additional experience that the 24-year-old Sun Ying-sha has had in these kind of matches.
And how much will that be part of her game plan? Sun Ying-sha, as she looks to take the early advantage here. And that'll give the young woman some heart and some belief, and it's not as if she needs that, given what she's done here.
This is what she's been so good at, staying close to the table, switching the direction of play. A flat hit there, down the line on the pivot. KUAI Man is an old head on young shoulders. She's so good at anticipating where the ball's going to come.
1-4.
But Xiaoxia just knows when to step up. She's been here so many times. She spoke about just resting well last night, being properly prepared, and you can be sure she is.
Amazing. I mean, it was good pressure from KUAI Man, who was relentless with her attacking shots, but this compact shot down the line, abbreviated a little bit more because of the lack of time that she had, was impeccable.
Just wondering about the approach from KUAI Man here, because she's been full tilt, full bore throughout this one. And that extended to her encounter with Chen Xingtong, but she just had a little lapse in that one.
Yeah, you wonder whether that was because she was so close to achieving a landmark victory there against the world #4. Here, could she relish in the ecstasy of combat? She's reached the final. She wasn't expected to do that by a world ranking. World #15, KUAI Man.
And remember, of course, they're going face to face in a final here in Singapore for the second time, because they did come up against one another in women's doubles action. And what happened there?
Yeah, KUAI Man won it with Wang Manyu, helping make the Triple Crown possible for this prodigy.
Let 1-7.
She's got some work to do. It's cut out for her very early on in this one.
Seven.
We'll expect to see this continue here, but Sun looking remarkably composed here, not increasing the pace of the ball when out of position, because then it'll be too easy for KUAI to redirect wide. Did well there, Sun, despite losing the point.
But now she's getting into a groove, and that's the KUAI Man we've seen so much of this week here in Singapore.
So seamless. Such a silky, spinny ball cross table. Very relaxed there with the forearm and the wrist. Gliding about.
We've
had a couple of interesting conversations about the very nature of form, whereas Sun Ying-sha's is just consistently almost perfect. Relatively, KUAI Man's played above herself this week. So now the ultimate test between the two.
How much is personality gonna play into this as well? I mean, both very impassive, don't want to give too much away to the opponent. But I feel like Xiaoxia a bit more of a rock star. She's got a bit more bubbling under the surface when she plays, a bit more fire in her belly. And she's channeling it well here.
Yeah, made a really good start here. And also, that's 6 of the last 8 points now for Xiaoxia.
4-9.
It's a good point you make about personality. KUAI Man's been the centre of attention, you know, birthday cakes and attention lavished on her, understandably. Trophies presented to her as well. She's had to cope with all of that and now focus on, as you said, the biggest match, singles-wise, of her career.
Nice
to set up point here. So look at the service. maybe had a little bit of topspin, or at least not much underspin. YINGSHA popped it up, and KUAI Man comes right through the back of the ball with a forehand flick. Got to time it to perfection. And she did.
Nine,
And
six.
if ever you want an indicator of what the fans of YINGSHA might be thinking, it's when they find their voice and they get behind her as they are now, because that's 2 excellent points for her opponent.
It's
please.
crazy good. The touch was so dainty, and that step around was murderous from KUAI Man. And that's the best forehand we've seen so far in this game.
And that's a
7,
little run of points
9.
now that's got a within a couple.
Sun couldn't recover again. KUAI Man testing the irregular transition with that receive and then recovery shot. YINGSHA got him first.
YINGSHA so quick.
10.
Took her out of her comfort zone there, and there was no coming back for KUAI Man.
The momentum was building, but the nervousness wasn't. She broke the pattern there by going wide.
3 game points on the KUAI serve.
Ten, eight.
Again, she goes long with the serve. KUAI Man. But YINGSHA serving to take out the first game. She does. It's in the bag. She's off to the start she would have wanted. There were indications in that game, Fraser, that this one could turn out to be very, very closely contested.
100%, John. It was a bit of a late flourish there from KUAI Man. She nods her head as if to say, yeah, played better, but shakes it as if to say, I need a better start here in the second game.
Of course, it's a Chinese player against a Chinese player. There'll be no coaches, and therefore no perceived bias. Team China watches on as 2 of their own, 2 of their finest, and 2 have been the best 2 women's players on show here in Singapore this week do battle. Everyone wants a seat here, and we give you a great seat. Thank you very much for being with us wherever you're watching this. Hope you're enjoying the start of this as much as we are. YINGSHA, world number 1, has taken out the first game and serves at the start of the second.
Level. One, love.
It's a great start from YINGSHA. It's interesting, in all 3 now of their meetings, the first game has been won 11-8. We'll get into how these players perform the later the game goes. It would take something special from KUAI Man to even send YINGSHA the distance.
One, love. One, all.
She'll celebrate that as well she might, KUAI Man, because the reach was fabulous here to her left on the forehand. Great reflexes.
And it's clever again. Not best placed. YINGSHA had gained that advantageous position at the table, and in a reactive state, KUAI Man keeping things relaxed, not trying to play too powerfully.
1, 2.
That's the danger zone there, though. A couple of times now where YINGSHA has injected a bit of pace cross-table when KUAI Man has played her backhand down the line.
all.
But it's tighter at the start of this one. She got off to a flyer, YINGSHA, in the first. Deafening noise in the Infinity Arena already.
Let's
Yeah, wherever you are around the world, we highly recommend you come and watch table tennis live. I mean, our broadcasting team do an incredible job, but of course, if you can, get involved. 4 smashes this year.
2,
Oh, 4
3.
grand smashes, that's right, with the United States, Europe and China still to come this very special World Table Tennis 2025.
Left, 2, 3.
Levels things up. Just wondering about the aura that surrounds YINGSHA. If you are from Team China and you come out to play, of course you see her. You're with her very, very often in camp and elsewhere. There must be that intimidating factor that KUAI Man's going to have to deal with here, because YINGSHA is throwing what she throws at her opponents already at her here.
YINGSHA has such an imperious record, even against her own teammates, nearly 70%. KUAI Man has a 78% record actually against teammates, but a much smaller sample size than YINGSHA, of course.
You know, it's interesting, she loses the point, but we've seen a long-ish serve again from KUAI Man, and that's been seemingly a go-to. That was something that we saw last time they met.
It can work well, but obviously the long serve needs that surprise factor because of, you know, the impending doom of the YINGSHA attack on the other side of the net. Most serves you will see are short to half long, just to create a little bit of indecision in the receive game. I think KUAI Man's serving long so that she won't have as big of a juxtaposition to make if Sun keeps it tight initially and then goes long with conviction. But if KUAI Man is going to serve long, she has to get ready to attack, because YINGSHA is not going to push a long serve unless she's very surprised.
5 all.
It's leveled again. If you're just joining us here, it's the women's singles final here at Singapore Smash 2025. YINGSHA were #1, looking to pick up a second Singapore Smash title. Took out the first game, but it's been tight in the second.
Holding the table well here, KUAI Man.
Yeah, and she's nudged in front a couple of times now in this second.
You can see she surprised YINGSHA with the serve, and the rest was history. Nice spin, controlled over the ball, good posture, nice and low. Well-constructed point. And again, it started with that long serve that you were touching upon there, John.
Changed it up this time, as she has to. But that's the beauty of YINGSHA, isn't it? She comes back at you with so much.
She's become wiser and wiser. It takes a lot of maturity when you have as much power as she does to not always be tempted to try and hit the ball past your opponent. She's become more tactically tactile in recent years under the watchful eye of Marlin and Cho Yika, her personal coach.
There you are. And, you know, she's only 24, Fraser. All this talk about, you know, young wannabe pretenders, changing of the guard. She's going to be around doing what she can do as long as she can. And I spoke to Adam about this the other day, and he said her ambition is just to play the best she can every time she goes out to that table.
And I think that's a really good mindset to have when you have so much pressure on your shoulders, representing a team like China in table tennis. odds of that, 1 in a million. So just focusing on what you can do instead of what could happen. It's always going to be advantageous. Already a world champion, 2-time Olympic finalist, gold medalist in mixed doubles. It's incredible.
8-7.
Now we see the KUAI Man backhand coming into play.
Play, please.
Has to make these minor adjustments because you do see a lot of backhand-to-backhand rallies, but players try and protect the middle, like crossover section with the backhand to save time.
7,
Again, the
9.
serve. Given a little bit of oomph there, and that has given her a 2-point advantage as she prepares to receive. 6 of the last 8 points have gone for the younger woman here. She was always behind the 8 ball there. Xia dominating the point to close to 1.
Yeah, textbook play. She gave KUAI Man a taste of her own medicine with the long serve. Testing that recovery. Nobody home on that last one. Beautiful finish.
But that was expertly positioned, asking too much of YINGSHA. And with that, KUAI Man has 2 game points to level things up in the final.
Well, her eyes lit up there, KUAI Man. Perhaps that blinded her slightly. Let's see this. Another long serve, bottle challenge style. Such a deep, arcing and spinny ball. Created a little bit of hesitation there.
Another game point. Does she go for it again?
She does.
11-9.
Another long
Game
serve.
KUAI.
It's worked, and it's got her all square in the final here. KUAI Man is on the board.
Great awareness there from KUAI Man. That time to the middle. YINGSHA's feet were planted, perhaps expecting it into the backhand. So clever, so wise.
Yeah, did she second guess? That's an interesting topic for us to pick up in just a moment. But it's 1-1 now. So KUAI Man takes the second game to level things up, 1 apiece here. We'll be looking at placement and winners, but it was the serve that caught the eye, in particular, the long serve into YINGSHA, Fraser.
Yeah, don't be mistaken, those red dots on the table aren't just winners from attacks, but that service.
Third game.
It's a game plan, isn't it? And she's sticking to it. Let's see what she does as we start the third.
Speaking of the long serve, I'm going to mention a player that many players and fans will know, Hannah Godder, the princess of Egyptian table tennis, who KUAI Man had to beat in a narrow match, actually, en route to the final here. She was using long serves a lot in a match that you and I commentated in Chongqing against Chen Meng. And there's something to be said for playing serves quite often long. Because the Chinese, and I know this is an all-Chinese clash here, are better at most players in every single aspect of the game. So by sending the ball long, you're preventing the possibility of them outing you in the touch play. Maybe KUAI Man feels like that.
Only one problem. KUAI Man's up against YINGSHA here, and there's no one better at observing, assimilating, and reacting. And she'll do that. She takes a lead at the start of this third game.
There's no one as dismissive. There's no one able to put the ball away so seemingly easily than Sun Ying-sha in the women's game. Nice fade there.
Yeah, efficient on her own serve. Picking up those 2 points, 4 love, so it's 4 down now for KUAI Man. How about that? Back off the table, backhand. Sun Ying-sha has just lifted her game a notch. That's what she's about. Goes the other way, goes inside to out on the forehand, and reminds us what she's all about.
Showing another string to her bow there with that reverse pendulum serve, giving Sun Ying-sha something to think about on receive there. See if she uses that throughout this, but now serves back with the world number 1.
She doesn't come back from that, Xia. KUAI Man had to work hard, but wins the point.
She finds an unthinkable angle off this ball here. Wow. Look how relaxed KUAI Man is. Doesn't panic for a second there.
Unthinkable. Maybe it's what you have to do to beat Sun Ying-sha.
I think so. How quickly she recovers here to play a second forehand. Sun Ying-sha is actually showing her defensive acumen here, getting back these balls that you may not expect, but amazing.
She stirred up the fans, KUAI Man, with those 2 points. And when I say the fans, I mean the Sun Ying-sha fans, of course, who have been noisily in support of their favourite.
That was a chance. The reverse set it up nicely. The wide ball beckoned, but KUAI Man just went wrong here off this one.
Wasn't far away, and her reaction told you that. Don't think she'd do anything differently. It's a serve that Sun Ying-sha is very familiar with now, but she's still got to deal with it.
Well, it's not like it's a long topspin serve that Sun could counter. It's a quick serve, it's deep, and it requires a lot of physicality. You have to come up the back of the ball because there's backspin on it, and you have to transfer your weight forwards. Ooh, here.
Here's a moment, yellow card for delaying to Sun Ying-sha.
4.
I've seen Ingrid Bergman pull out a few for the same reason in other matches.
7, 4.
How about the crowd's part of this? A murmur and a mutter on the awarding of the yellow, followed by that outpouring of emotion when the next point goes to Sun Ying-sha. And another for a 4-point lead. That's how you come back.
She has to be clever, she has to be crafty. She doesn't show where she's going to go too early there, Sun. And KUAI, as good as she is, the 21-year-old at reading the game, was hesitant. She didn't know where Sun was going to go. The beauty lies in the simplicity with that Sun Ying-sha probing backhand.
5, 8.
You want to see a probing backhand? Have a look at that from KUAI Man.
Yeah, that was marvellous. See if that can be a bit of a confidence booster for her.
Just got caught there.
5.
Because Sun Ying-sha was alert to the danger and fired a return.
Well, does that receive tell KUAI Man that the long serve is becoming a little bit more redundant now? We shall find out.
9, 6.
Sun Ying-sha sprawled across the table, needs to give it a wipe.
Just kisses that net on the way over.
She's still well positioned. And even better now. 10-6. Xia with 4 game points.
Oh, she steps into this ball with some style and panache after sniffing out the attackable opportunity. Brilliant point construction, and the fans are delighted.
7-10.
The serve fired into Xia, who in truth did well to get it back the way she did.
Most aggressive combination possible to save game point there.
But she can't save another.
Game soon.
The #1 in the world who moves back in front in this absorbing final of the Singapore Smash 2025 to the delight of her fans. And as they take a break, what happens next? She's in control, leading by 2-1. And the beauty of this is that Xia's having to produce some of her best play here against a young, hungry opponent. In a final that so far has delivered pretty much everything we'd hoped for.
Soon to serve, love all.
Certainly bringing out the best in YINGSHA here so far.
Beauty of that was that she didn't rush into proceedings there. Wasn't hurried, held back, and takes the reward for it. YINGSHA, that's experience on show.
As a left-handed player and as someone who I'd say offers more variation than Wang Yidi, it's a different type of test here, physically and psychologically, for YINGSHA. And so far, she's playing well, I would say.
1-2.
And she's not bad either. YINGSHA, they're absolutely dismissing a backhand. Finding an angle. Anything you can do. Both players realizing they're going to have to pull out the A game here pretty much every time they step up to the table.
Pinpoint precision there with that backhand. Very clean winner. And in the mid-region of the table, within the parameters, YINGSHA is looking a league above here. KUAI Man is going to have to take a leaf out of the world #1's book and look to create acute angles as soon as she can. Oh, that's brilliant.
Moved across the backhand there to provide something a little bit different, Fraser, didn't she?
She did. No telling where she was going to go. Good recovery out the middle. Xia testing irregular transitions, but this last one here couldn't have been played any better. Even came across the ball slightly as well. They're all watching this one.
Look and learn. wonderful about this is that they are slugging it out, trading points.
Tried to serve it in a little bit more centrally there, but Sun didn't seem to be too bothered. Top edges of the racket just missed times that the lefty.
Is she beginning to feel the heat? Because Sun YINGSHA is absolutely challenging her.
Let 5-3.
To produce something spectacular just about every time.
Immeasurable. The pace, the power, the prowess from Sun. That forehand down the line from KUAI Man could have been a point ender. Somehow, the world #1 managers to come up with a recipe.
And a much-needed point there. Keeps her within 2, just when things were beginning to look difficult for KUAI Man.
Nice touch play, and she wraps actually right around the ball with that looping forehand to create a lot of problems for Sun YINGSHA on that block.
Now what on the service? You might say that with that long serve now not as much a part of the game, Sun YINGSHA is able to dominate her opponent more.
Yeah, she's just not fazed by KUAI Man's attacking approach once it blossoms out of the serve-receive game. KUAI Man has made adjustments, but Sun able to adapt in the blink of an eye.
And this is a power play from the world #1. Make no mistake about it. 6 points out the last 8. The receive looking deadly, and now she serves. And while she hasn't got her opponent on the ropes or on the run, she looks to have got her slightly rattled.
Yeah, going desperate here, KUAI Man bites her lip. Still nodding her head, trying to take positives from this where she can.
She has to save 6 game points here or go 3-1 down.
5-10.
Gives herself a little slap on the cheek there, baby Buddha. A perfectionist.
But no need to administer any more self-punishment because she has now put herself in a commanding position in this Singapore Smash 2025 women's singles final. Sun YINGSHA is turning it on, turning up the heat here in sunny tropical Singapore, and she is moving into a position from which her fans can begin dreaming of a second Singapore Smash title for Xia. 11-5 in the 4th, and that's the strongest game we've seen so far. Worrying signs for KUAI Man here. Roll of Honor champions over the last 6 months, and look out there for Xia. Highlighted there, of course, a champions level, Smash level 2, with that smash, her second individual single smash following the one she won in Singapore. KUAI Man, a winner and a contender in Muscat, someone who has absolutely caught the eye here in Singapore. But right now, at the final hurdle, it looks like she's going to struggle to get over it, Fraser.
It may be a little bit too much too soon. We were getting excited about this match here. It's delivered in terms of the quality, and Sun has taken it up a gear from what we've seen in the previous rounds, as she's needed to against this prestigious talent.
And a prestigious trophy
Fifth
in the
game,
hands of one of these
white
players.
to serve, level.
But when? How soon? Xia can get this done with one more game. Will she? As she faces YINGSHA.
Love, one.
So much has come back to the serve. What was delivered from KUAI Man and what has been sent back at her laterally from YINGSHA, which has defined this match.
Let, love, one.
Yeah, I think when the pace has been constant, we've really gotten to see an opportunity where, you know, KUAI Man just so smooth, silky with her attacking play, but Sun, with her experience, is doing a better job at keeping the rhythm unpredictable, constantly breaking patterns, and making it tough for KUAI Man to calibrate her counters.
She's beginning to look irresistible now. YINGSHA pounding another unreturnable shot.
Timeout.
And piling the pressure on the 21-year-old who towels down, who desperately tries to recompose and has to come up with something in this break. Otherwise, she's going to be a runner-up here in Singapore. KUAI Man has tried all she can, including that top spin, 128 revolutions there. But she's in a spin against the best women's player in the world right now. And YINGSHA is in a position in potentially the final game of this final now, from which she might just ease to a victory. 3-love up, 3 games to 1 she leads.
3
And
love.
wouldn't most of the fans in here absolutely love that? Back off the break,
3.
back with a point. KUAI Man's call for timeout. Looks as if it was the smart play, at least for now.
They didn't have a choice really there, KUAI Man. An attempt to just delay YINGSHA from the seemingly inevitable, but still a chance, as you say.
1,
You know,
4.
bit of tactical introduction, perhaps, but we still haven't seen so many changes from KUAI Man in terms of her approach, service-wise.
She's been so adaptable. Of course, playing doubles has helped that, but has she been shackled by a game plan or just bettered by YINGSHA
1,
here?
4.
She's been bettered. Fair and square so far. Saw her there trying to serve with no spin at all. Let's see if she does it again. She does. Ooh.
4, 2.
Had vigour to it. Venom, that switch.
She's been on this table, this showpiece, Infinity Arena table, so much this week in different competitions, but she's somehow got to find something. She's serving at 40.4 is KUAI Man, and that's in direct contrast there, 17% better YINGSHA. Just one of the reasons why she's in command here.
5,
Just
2.
going back to the point I was making there for KUAI Man, you know, it's taken a bit out of her this week, you can be sure of that, but she's got to find something, because now it has to be all guns blazing if she's going to stay alive.
Yeah, playing for 3 events, mixed doubles with Lin Shidong, women's doubles. Didn't see Wang and Sun playing together. Perhaps now because
6.
they're becoming captain and captainess figures in the Chinese national team. And now, you know, KUAI Man, Lin Shidong, the new YINGSHA and Wang Chuqin of Team China, if you will.
If you will. She might have something to say about that. because Sun Ying-sha now
7.
is so in control of this one. We've been here before. She's been here so many times before. Point after point ecstatically received by her fans as she moves closer to a smash.
Well, I didn't expect to see a demolition job here, John, but close to it here.
Yeah, close to it. KUAI Man pushed her early on, but over the last 2 games, the gap's widened.
I think KUAI Man had tactics in mind coming into this. Felt like she really had to win the point as early on as she could, and when she realised that wasn't going to happen, she's been a bit intimidated and she's been left as a passenger here. Sun, though, has been at her very, very best. And I think anyone in the world of table tennis is going to have to be if they're going to beat KUAI Man.
5-8.
She's not going down without a fight because she's now pulled back within 3. But it's still such a tall order to even get close now in this game to Sun Ying-sha.
9-5.
You just don't reel off runs of 5, 6, 7 points in a row against Sun Ying-sha. She doesn't let it happen. And she wants to get this done. It's 5 championship points for the world #1, looking to lift the Singapore smash again.
Six, 10.
You can never let these moments pass you by, can you, John? We're witnessing greatness here. We're witnessing a legend, and I think a legend in the making. 4 match points remaining for Sun Ying-sha.
11-6. 4 games to 1.
The arm is raised.
Winner Sun.
The noise is deafening. Singapore has a women's singles champion again. It's Sun Ying-sha.